Hi guys, I'm Leah and I'm really happy that Bernie asked me to come up to the Barefoot Sanctuary at the end of March to give that month's Barefoot talk. And when I come up at the end of March, I'm going to be talking on the topic of the world needs you to follow your heart. And Bernie asked me to put together a really short video for you that she can use in her Facebook page to promote the event beforehand, to explain a little bit more about what you can expect when you come to the talk and what that really means, the world needs to follow your heart. So I think that phrase, the world needs to follow your heart, is kind of cheesy and a little bit cliched and often seen as a little bit superficial, because it's the sort of thing that we see on Facebook, on memes, and follow your heart, follow your heart. But for me, there's actually a much deeper meaning to it, and it's actually something that I feel is really important. And it's not about, I think the reason that it sounds so superficial a lot of the time and cheesy is because it conjures up this idea of just floating off into the world and doing whatever the hell you want without any sort of concern about the consequences. Or perhaps it gives us an idea that it's this really easy thing to do, when people say, whoa, just follow your heart, and you're thinking, well, it's not that easy because I don't have the resources, or I don't have this, or I don't have that, or I can't just up and leave everything. But for me, it's a lot more than that, a lot deeper than that. And it starts with really small things, and it can be really big things too. So for example, following your heart is about stopping to talk to the homeless person on the street instead of walking on by, when you have that tug in your heart that says, I should stop and engage, or I want to stop and engage, but you don't, out of some sort of fear. It's about saying no when no is what's needed, and yes when yes is what's needed, and living your life in a way that's really in alignment with you and what brings out the best in you. It's about following through on all those silly ideas that come to you. For example, Bernie, when she got the idea to create the sanctuary, that idea dropped in, it came in from this deeper place inside of her, and she followed through and she created that. And she could have, which is what I think a lot of us, and I know for myself as well, do so much of the time, is that we get these ideas that come to us, that they come from a different place, and yet then we don't follow through because we think they're silly, or we don't think that we're the right person, or we don't think that we have the resources. But following your heart is that sort of understanding, well, if not you, then who? So it's about all sorts of things like this. Following your heart doesn't just mean, quitting your job and going off to travel the world, although it may mean that as well. But it's all of these things in our daily life. It's about living in alignment with who you are and living from a place of deep kind of authenticity, and doing all of the things that come from that deep place, and living really in alignment with that and your true values. So that's what I'm going to be talking about a little bit more when I come up to do the talk at the end of March. So I'm going to be going a little bit deeper into it, or a lot deeper into it, and at the same time I want to dig into it with you so that you personally can start to think about, well, what would it really look like for me to live in a way that was really following my heart and deeply in alignment with who I am and my values, and what would that person look like for me to follow my heart each and every day, and what changes would I need to make in order to do that. Because for me, when we're living that way, it's living that way from that deep place of authenticity and alignment, that is what will create an even more beautiful world than the one we already live in. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you at the end of March. If any of you have got any questions in the meantime, then I'm sure Bernie will post my details along with this video somewhere. So if you want or need to, then please get in touch. But otherwise, I'm really looking forward to coming up there at the end of March. I've not been up to that area of Scotland before, so I'm really excited to see it and to meet all of you. All right, bye.